Good evening, students. In this video, we will start a new chapter, that is tissues. As you know that in unicellular organisms, a single cell is capable of performing all the vital activities. For example, digestion, respiration, excretion, etc. It occurs inside a single cell of amoeba. Okay? While multicellular organisms have well developed division of labor. We have muscle cells for regulating movement, blood cells to transport materials, and nerve cells to carry messages. Multicellular plants also have separate cells to synthesize food and to conduct water and food. In complex multicellular organisms, cells of the same shape and characteristics are organized into groups to carry out a common function. So, each such group of cells forms a tissue. So, what is tissue? A tissue is defined as a group of cells with similar structure organized to do a common function. Okay? You already have a basic idea of the different types of plant and animal tissues. So, in this chapter, we will take a detailed look at these tissues and their functions. The basic cell structure. Okay? Although the basic cell structure is the same in plants and animals, but there are visible differences so far as organization at the tissue level is concerned. The plant body is usually fixed, that is, they do not move about except a few unicellular algae. Most plant tissues are dead and supportive. They no longer have living protoplasm as they do not move and they do not require much energy. But in comparison to animals, in other way, animals move from place to place in search of food, shelter and mate. Therefore, they require more energy as compared to plants. Most animal tissue contain living cells. So, in this chapter, we will learn about the plant tissues and different types of animal tissues. You can see there is a chart of plant tissue. They are basically of two types, that is meristematic and permanent. This differentiation is based on the ability of mature cells of the tissue to divide and produce new cells. Okay? Meristematic tissue cells are capable of dividing while permanent tissue cells are not. Here you can see in the bracket of meristematic it is written cells divide, and in the bracket of permanent it is written cells do not divide. So firstly we will discuss about the meristematic tissue. Okay, you can see about the division of meristematic tissue, that is apical, intercalary and lateral. Firstly we will discuss about the meristematic tissue. This meristematic tissue consists of actively dividing cells and is present in the growing regions of the plants, that is the tips of roots and stems. The cells can be round, oval, rectangular, but there are few things they have in common, that they are packed closely without intercellular spaces. They have thin cellulose walls, dense cytoplasm and prominent nuclei. Vacuoles are almost absent in such type of cells. because they are completely filled with sap. Here you can see the picture of meristematic tissue. As I have told you, the division of meristematic tissue, apical meristematic tissue, intercalary meristematic tissue and lateral meristematic tissue. Okay. So about the firstly we will discuss about the apical meristematic tissue. Where it is present, its location, its function and etc. So apical meristematic tissue, they are present at the growing tips of stems and roots, and they increase the length of the stem and the root. You can see in this picture the labeling of apical meristem. Okay, and in second picture also you can see growing tips of stems and roots. So what is the function of apical meristematic tissue? It is present at the growing tips of stems and roots. It is the location, and what they do, they increase the length of stem and root. The second one is your lateral meristematic tissue. The girth of stem or root, girth, you can see this portion. The girth of stem or root increases. You can see this picture. This is the girth. Okay. The girth of stem or root increases due to lateral meristematic tissue. Okay. Next, intercalary. Intercalary meristematic tissue is the meristematic tissue which is present at the base of leaves or internodes. In this picture you can see intercalary meristematic tissue. In second also they are showing the main point, and in third one also, that what is node and what is internode. You can learn properly through these pictures. Okay. The cells of meristematic tissue are very active. They have dense cytoplasm, as I have told you earlier. Thin cellulose walls means thin cell walls, and prominent nuclei. They lack vacuoles. The question can come in your exam that why they lack vacuoles. So answer, because they lack vacuoles because the cells of these tissues are newly arises and they are young, small in size, so they lack vacuoles. So this is about the meristematic tissue, apical, intercalary, lateral meristematic tissue, the location and the function. Look at this video, these pictures, and read it carefully, and whatever the doubt you have, you can clear your doubts.